Hello everyone, I'm continuing my English studies. Today I will be doing my homework. My homework is to write about a conspiracy theory you know about. Try to use some of the vocabulary you learned earlier in this lesson. In your answer, you could include some of the following topics: description of the conspiracy theory, why people believe it, a logical explanation for the conspiracy theory, alternate exam practice question. I don't think I need this, but let's read it while we edit. Maybe people have believed conspiracy theories throughout history, often with catastrophic consequences. Why do some people believe conspiracy theories? What consequences can these conspiracies have for society? So it's not easy to choose the conspiracy theory here. Let me open my editor. Okay. Try to, yeah, I have trained this try to plus gerund. Let me create maybe new page. Also, I can just use an editor here, my local editor. Okay. So, conspiracy theory. What conspiracy theories I know? I know conspiracy theory about 5G access point, maybe. How we name them? Let me translate. No. Why? What is going on here? Doesn't allow me to write. We can insert, yes. Tower. Okay, 5G tower. 5G tower that they somehow influence people, maybe change their thoughts, maybe have an impact on their health. I don't know much about this conspiracy theory, but I find it interesting because it was widespread. I believe it was popular at least in Britain and my country. So it's interesting this way. Also, I know that there were conspiracy theory about murder of Kennedy, the president, but I don't know much about it. Also, of course, there was a conspiracy theory about moon landing. It's popular in my country that Americans faked it. Also, there is a conspiracy theory that the Earth is flat. I would say that it's popular, or maybe was popular, and it's very strange. It's interesting because it's interesting in conspiracy theory because it was okay to think that the Earth is flat in a long time ago. Yes, before scientific breakthroughs. So I don't know much about it either. What else? But it is interesting. Yes. Conspiracy theory. There is a conspiracy theory about some deep state, or that there is a group of people who control everything. I don't know much about it either. There is conspiracy theory about some dictators that they are in fact dead. Mm, almost in every dictatorship country. Hmm. Maybe I can do some research and write. I don't know, but I think that this task should be aimed at spontaneous speech. So to say, can I say so to say? So to say, yeah. So to speak, maybe. So maybe I should not do any research and just write what I can write. Okay, in this case, maybe I can do a little bit of research. For example, about this 5G tower conspiracy theories. Okay, let's choose this 5G maybe because it's singular phenomenon. The 5G conspiracy theory. Okay. 5G is the next generation of connectivity technology. Maybe taking the world nowadays. Can I say that taking the world nowadays? Maybe. It's next generation of maybe wireless. It is a replacement slash maybe addition. Place in addition to the usual, maybe ordinary, maybe current 3G and 4G technologies. Is it correct even? Technologies. Yes. For some reason, for some how to say non-obvious non-obvious for some strange reason, for some maybe non-intelligible. No. Let me try to use maybe in this way. Oh my god, doesn't work. No. Understandable. Non-understandable. Incomprehensible. Yeah, maybe incomprehensible. I wanted to use word. Maybe word. Incomprehensible. Okay, maybe word is a good word. So for some weird reason, this fifth generation, this fifth okay, yes, generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern around the world. Yeah. One reason I can think of for this is that 5G towers are more visible because they are required. They are placed much more, maybe concentrated. Maybe one reason I can think of for this is that 5G towers are more visible because they are placed much more closely to close to each other. They're placed much more closer to each other. Because of because I don't want to use because one reason you can think of for this is that 5G towers are more visible. Maybe just use they are placed much more closer to each other because of some technical limitations of the frequencies used to transfer information using this technology. They are placed much more closer to each other because of some technical limitations, not of the frequencies, but technically maybe related to the frequency, related to the frequencies used to transfer information using this technology. Another reason, maybe I should say where this 5G conspiracy theory was popular. 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity technology taking the world nowadays. It's a replacement addition to the current 3G and 4G technologies. Maybe people use every day all around the world. For some weird reason, fifth generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern worldwide. At least in several countries, there were protests and even acts of how to say it, and even at least in several countries there were protests and some towers even were destroyed by the anti-5G activists. Could I say that maybe if you are doing something, you can be considered an activist of some movement by the anti-5G activists? One reason I can think of this is that 5G towers are more visible. They are placed much more closer to each other because of some technical limitations related to the frequencies used to transfer information using this technology. This visibility uh, and maybe uh, general fear maybe of technology, fear of um, I'm not sure that it's fear of technology or maybe or modern technology. This visibility, it may be the general fear. Technology. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe this visibility and maybe the fear of surveillance, maybe not fear, but maybe this visibility and the feeling of how to say doubt towards the government, maybe this visibility and the feeling and maybe doubts of government uh, this visibility and doubts of government actions. I don't know. Let me translate. Mistrust. Yeah, maybe mistrust. Yeah, mistrust, disbelief, mistrust. I like this word. This visibility and mistrust government maybe just mistrust of government made okay, maybe I need to restructure this sentence. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. Also, maybe people fear. Maybe people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. Can I say that? Country surveillance state. Maybe these people, I have thought about them already above. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. Also, maybe these people have the fear. Maybe these people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. Yeah, okay, maybe. Um, anyway, I can say that people just don't understand the technology, and that it just transfers information, but will be maybe not very correct, because yes, these towers can be used to break privacy of a person, yes, but 4G towers can also be used in this way. So uh, for me, the most interesting aspect maybe of this conspiracy theory is its uh, narrow focus. Narrow focus towards two against, maybe against. Can I say the focus against? Don't know. It's narrow focus. It is aimed against 5G, but not, for example, e.g., but not e.g. 4G or 3G. Um, but they can easily be used to, how to say, break someone's privacy or what. But they can easily be used to maybe locate a person. They can, but they can also maybe also be used to locate person, locate a person. Sounds strange. Okay, let's try to read this again. The 5G conspiracy theory. 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity technology taking the world nowadays. It's a replacement addition to the current 3G and 4G technologies people use every day all around the world. For some weird reason, this fifth generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern worldwide. Do we use dash here? Worldwide? No. At least in several countries there were protests, and some towers even were destroyed by the anti-5G activists. One reason I can think of for this is that 5G towers are more visible. They are placed much more closer to each other because of some maybe particular, I don't know, because of some technical limitations related to the frequencies used to transfer information using this technology. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. Also, maybe these people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. For me, the most interesting aspect of this conspiracy theory is its narrow focus. Do we use this symbol here? Maybe no. Maybe yes. It's maybe no. Maybe no. It's narrow focus. It's aimed against 5G particularly, maybe. Particularly. Do you understand this word even? Maybe. But not against 4G or 3G. Which can also be used to, for example, locate a person or to, how to say, to see its internet traffic, locate a person or to maybe monitor, don't know. There is a word for this. Eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop.
Eavesdrop. Eavesdrop. Eavesdrop. Or to eavesdrop the internet traffic of a person. For me, the most interesting aspect of this conspiracy theory is its narrow focus. It's aimed against 5G particularly, but not against 4G or 3G, which can also be used, for example, locate a person, or to maybe to, which also can be used to, for example, locate a person or eavesdrop the internet traffic of a person. Okay. What to say in the end? I will say that this conspiracy theory died at the moment. Today, this conspiracy theory seems to be dead. Maybe it was also related to COVID-19 time. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Today, this conspiracy theory, maybe anyway, today this conspiracy theory seems to be dead. Seems to be dead, and for the better. For the better and for good. And for good, maybe. And for good. Can I say that? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, I'll send this. Maybe I need to check spelling. Okay, check spelling. Check spelling. I know my LibreOffice could do it also, but it's easier to just use some website. So what we have here, acknowledges that, what? Has he changed? He removed the comma. And he replaced the comma with that. Oh my god. Why are you doing this? Wow. Changed a lot. Can I see? Yes, original. Wow. A lot of red lines. Replacement. It's a replacement addition. What? We don't use spaces with slash. Okay. Replacement addition. Okay, no problem. For some weird reason, this fifth generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern worldwide, at least in several countries. Comma again. Okay. There were protests and comma and some towers even were even. Oh. I don't know. Should I rewrite my text? Okay, maybe my teacher will say something about it. I keep it like I write. Okay, like I wrote it. One reason I can think of for this is that 5G towers are more visible. They are much closer. Closer. It's already like more. Yeah. Okay. I'll keep it like that anyway. Technology. Yeah, I have misspelled this word. Technology. Thank you very much. People. People. Misspelling. Spelling error again. Spelling mistake. Where? I think that blah blah. People. Yeah. The fear. Why? Also, maybe these people have a fear of waking up in a surveillance. Of course, surveillance. Surveillance. What? Survey. Survey. Ew. Let me see. Yeah, technology. Yeah. Surveil double L. Surveil ends. Wow. How complicated this word is. Surveillance. Okay. State. Particularly. It's about comma. The on the internet. Why? Eavesdrop the internet. No, I don't agree. Or eavesdrop on the internet. Maybe. Maybe eavesdrop on. Yes, maybe. Maybe it's correct. Eavesdrop on. No, to eavesdrop information on telephone conversation. Yeah, we can use on with eavesdrop. By the way, how to pronounce it?
Eavesdrop.
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 Eavesdrop. So we can use on here, but I believe we can use it without on too. On, yes, on. Wireless traffic, yeah. Eavesdropping on. Okay, maybe I need to use on here. I don't locate a person or eavesdrop on the internet traffic of a person. Okay. What we have here. So okay, I corrected the most obvious errors. So this will be my homework. But I needed to use some backup logical explanation for the conspiracy theory. I don't know. I believe I think it just let's just keep it like that. Many conspiracy theories based on the enemy outside. The no Occam razor. I don't know what is it. Ah, here is it. Here it is. Vocabulary. Debunk. To expose, reveal an idea, belief is false. Okay, debunk. How to use debunk here? Um, maybe in the end. Anyway, today this conspiracy theory seems to be dead and for good. Um, for me, the most interesting aspect of this conspiracy theory is its narrow focus. It's aimed against 5G particularly, but not against 4G or 3G, which can also be used to, for example, locate a person or eavesdrops on the internet traffic of him or her, maybe. This thought in this way we don't debunk the theory. Maybe this thought, this reasoning, maybe reasoning doesn't debunk the theory, but at least it raises some questions about its how to say truthfulness. No, about its grounding, maybe. About its logical structure. I don't know. This reason doesn't debunk the theory, but at least it raises some questions about it. Okay, I don't know, just about it. Okay, we have used debunk word. What we have? What else we have? Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. How to zoom in on this application even? Plot. Secret plan. Okay. Plot. Yeah. Maybe here. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. Also, maybe these people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. Also, maybe these people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. And look at these towers, these mini towers. Secret plan. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. Also, maybe these people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. So they look at these mini towers in their cities and see them as, how to say, phenomena, maybe evidence, physical material evidence, maybe as material evidence. Evidence. Wow, how to write? Proof. Evidence. No. I need to use evidence. Evidence. Yeah. It's written using E letter. So they look at these mini towers in their cities and see them as material evidence of some government plot to spy on the population. Maybe. Okay. Hoax. To trick, deceive people into thinking something is real. A deception. Hoax. So 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity technology in the world nowadays. It's a replacement addition to the current 3G, 4G technology people use every day around the world. Now, people use every day all around the world. For some weird reason, 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity technology taking the world nowadays. It's a replacement addition to the current 3G, 4G technology people use every day. But is it? But is it? Is it? Is it? But is it? For some weird reason, fifth generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern worldwide. At least in several countries, there were protests and some towers, maybe several, to make my writing more variative. And several towers even were destroyed by the anti-5G activists who see who perceive maybe hoax as hoax, deceive people into thinking something is real deception. Who believe the whole 5G infrastructure is a hoax. Yeah, we have verb, but I believe we also have a noun with the same with a meaning like a deception. Is a hoax to cover up who believe the whole 5G infrastructure is a hoax to cover up illegal activities. Illegal activities, maybe, don't know, doesn't look right. But is it? For some weird reason, this fifth generation, maybe just the fifth generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern. So maybe just concern worldwide. At least in several countries there were protests and several towers even were destroyed by the anti-5G activists who believe maybe the whole 5G infrastructure to be a hoax to cover up illegal activities, maybe. And we have tinfoil hat, a hat made from foil to prevent government mind control. Yeah. Figuratively to accuse someone of believing in conspiracy theories. Don't know. Sheeple, people who are easily led, convinced, like a sheep, especially by the government. I'm not sure about these words. Maybe I'll skip them. Maybe I can use tinfoil hat somewhere. Let me try. Okay, the 5G conspiracy theory. 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity technology taking the world nowadays. It's a replacement a replacement and addition to the current 3G and 4G technologies people use every day all around the world. People use what, 5G or 4G? To the current 3G and 4G technologies, which people use every day all around the world. Okay, it doesn't matter that much. People maybe have been using, I don't know, have used maybe, because they do use them now too. The current 3G and 4G technologies people have used every day all around the world. I don't know what tense to use here. I've used every day all around the world. But is it for some reason, weird reason, the fifth generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern worldwide? At least in several countries there were protests and several towers even were destroyed. By the anti-5G activists who believed the whole 5G infrastructure to be a hoax to cover illegal activities. One reason I can think of for this is that 5G towers are more visible. They are placed much more closer to each other because of some technical, maybe particular, I don't know, some technical limitation related to the frequencies used to transfer information using this technology. Maybe I don't need to go so deep into the description of the why. One reason I can think of this is that 5G towers are more visible. They are placed much. Let me keep it like this. Much more closer to each other because of uh, technical limitations of the technology. Let's shorten this of the technology. I think that this conspiracy theory shows the level of mistrust people have towards their governments. Also, maybe these people have the fear of waking up in a surveillance state. So they look at these mini towers in their cities and see them as material evidence of some government plot to spy on the population, or maybe even how to say, mind control. Blah blah blah, mind control. Spy on the population, maybe even to induce, I don't know. Mind control. Mind control. Mind control. Elect? No. Elect. Brainwashing? No. Film? I don't want to watch. Maybe psychological manipulation. Maybe I need to sentences with example sentences. Magic. Real, her mind control, my mind control. Techniques, power, attempts, spy on the population, or maybe to even mind control. Exert, maybe exert. No, it's a very bad set. If there is mind control in your world, how do courts handle it? Interesting question. Exercises by telepathy. Hmm. Mhm. Yeah, I need to drop this. Some government plot to spy on the population, or maybe even maybe exert mind control. Can we say that even expert? No. Exert. Yes. Huh. What does it mean that cults exert mind control? So yes, it's maybe okay. Exert mind control. So she's exert mind control.
Exert mind control.
Maybe even exert mind control. Spy on, or maybe even exert mind control of the population. Mind control, exert mind control maybe on, over, maybe over. No, don't show me anything. Oh my god. What do you want? Okay, exert mind over members. Over. Spy on the population, maybe exert, or maybe even exert mind control over, I don't know, the citizens for variety, to avoid this the word population used for 2 times. Okay, I was trying to use some vocab, so let me see. Tinfoil hat and sheeple. People who are easily led convinced. Tinfoil hats. I can use this word, but I think it will be very artificial. Tinfoil hat or sheeple. Okay, this will take some time. 5G is the next generation of wireless connectivity technology tech in the world nowadays. It's a replacement in addition to the current 3G and 4G technologies people have used every day all around the world. Maybe for several decades. Have been used in this case, maybe. Have been using in this case, maybe. Every day all around the world for several decades. But is it? For some weird reason, the first generation of the pretty much the same technology raised people's concern worldwide. And at least in several countries there were protests and several towers and were destroyed by the anti-5G activists. And tinfoil hat, what used figuratively to accuse someone of believing conspiracy theories. Okay, at least in several countries there were protests and several towers even were destroyed by some tinfoil hats, by some. Okay, I can try to use it here by some tinfoil hats who believe the whole 5G infrastructure to be a hoax to cover up illegal activities. Okay. Cover up. As material evidence, some government plot to spy on the population, maybe even exert mind control over the citizens. And the last sheeple, people who are easily led, convinced, especially by the governments. Sheeple. What is I gonna think of this? That 5G towers are more visible, they are placed much more. Evidence about some government plot to spy on the population, maybe even exert mind control over the citizens. So they look at these mini towers in their cities and see them as material evidence of some government plot to spy on the population, maybe even exert mind control over the sheeple, over the citizens. Okay, I don't know. I think I have spent too much time already, so let me stop here. Yeah, let me stop here. Okay. So that's the end of the video. Thank you very much. Goodbye.